Guten Abend, mein Name ist Heidenstein. Was ist los? Du bist am
Hello everyone, it's Hyde in the Philippines. Today's subject is girlfriend, fiance, wife. For some of you guys, you're not going to experience all three of those, but for me that was the ultimate goal, to end up with a wife. Now I started out looking for a girlfriend, and I came to the Philippines the first time I was here, and with high hopes, mainly to get my teeth fixed, and then perhaps meet a girl and call her my girlfriend. Now I went on 2 dates when I was here. One was with a very young girl. She was 21, and at the time I was 55, so far too young for me, and I learned that immediately, that I could not be a girlfriend to someone that young. The compatibility wasn't there. So then I went out with another person, and she was 27. Age-wise, a little more compatible, but the only thing she wanted to talk about the whole time we were out was money. And we've all watched the videos, and that just said gold digger, and man, I just ain't got no gold for her to dig. So anyway, I ended up going home, and mission accomplished when it came to get my teeth fixed, but as far as getting a girlfriend, that just didn't work out. Now I came back to the Philippines the second time, and this time I had a better idea what I was looking for and how I was going to conduct myself. Now some of you guys are going to look at some of the dating services and trying to achieve an instant girlfriend. I've seen it. I got off the plane, and there was a guy there at the airport meeting his girl for the very first time, and I had talked to him on the plane a little bit because it's a long flight, and he had told me about how he had met her on one of the services. Now, I myself didn't go that route because I knew that coming to the Philippines, perhaps I could just meet someone organically. And luckily for me, I did. Now, some of you guys, that's just not the way you want to operate. You want to do some window shopping before you get here. Now, I've come into a partnership with ChristianFilipina.com, and one of the things that I found the most interesting is they've got a fraud department, so if you've met a girl through their service, they actually will be able to tell you if you're meeting what you think you're meeting, because some of these you can be fooled, and they've done the background check for you. They've made sure that the woman you're talking to is actually a woman, and that's one of the most important things that you're going to want to find out, is if she's true and not a man, and if she was a fraudster. So they vet these people, and then they also have, according to the information I have, they pair you with someone that helps you seek out what you're looking for. So as far as I'm concerned, Christian Filipino would be the only service that I would believe in, because for one, there's Christian values, and for me that's important. Somebody that values their relationship with God and what God has provided as a framework for how you're to conduct yourself in a relationship. Okay, moving on a little bit, I did meet a nice Christian girl, and I met her organically. We met out in the wild, and I got to talking to her, and one thing led to another, and there I was. What I had hoped for on my first trip, which did not transpire, 100% happened on my second trip. I ended up with a girlfriend, and I fell in love. Now I ended up having to go home because I could only stay here for 4 months last trip, but over the course of the next 10 months, I was home for 10 months before I was able to come back. And I knew that Gladys was my fiance. We had talked about it. We had talked about marriage, and that we were going to get married. I didn't officially propose. You saw my video where I did officially propose, but the promise was already there. I knew in my heart that she was my fiance, so I'd moved from girlfriend to fiance. And fiance sounds like such a gay word, and I hate to besmirch it, but I betrothed. I don't know. Fiance just sounds gay to me, but anyway, I ended up with a fiance, and I couldn't have been happier to actually, in my heart, know that there was somebody that I was going to marry. I was going to actually fulfill a goal of mine to no longer be alone and to be able to share my life with somebody. Because, it's one of those things where you could be driving down the road and you'll see something and, the seat's empty next to you, but you want to be able to, I've caught myself doing it several times, go to tap somebody that's not there because I want them to see what I'm seeing. And that's the beauty of a relationship. Once you get into one, you now have somebody that you're capable of sharing these little moments with, to where you can reminisce. Because reminiscing by yourself is what? Senility? I don't know. And then you tend to forget stuff because every once in a while, Gladys will bring up, say, hey, do you remember that? And I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. So that's another one of the beauties of having a fiance. Now here in 7 days, about a 2-minute walk from here is the church we're going to get married at, San Roque Parish here in Ruling. And it's a beautiful church, a big, beautiful Catholic church. And we're going to get married there. And we've invited, there's going to be 100 guests. It's going to be a full-blown wedding with all the trimmings, catering, you name it. It's everything. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for 2 reasons. When it's all said and done, I get a wife. But one of the other main things is that my wife-to-be gets what she's always wanted. She gets to get married in a big church where her mom and dad got married. She gets to have the wedding with the pictures and the dress and the bridesmaids. Lasting memories that she gets to carry for the rest of her days. And once again, we'll be able to tap each other and go, hey, you remember? Because there's going to be some things that are going to happen at the wedding that are going to be delightful, that are just going to mean things to us. We're going to be able to, look back in years to come, be able to smile about it. There's going to be pictures. I'm going to have video. There's going to be a videographer, and we're going to videotape everything, and then I'm going to edit it a little bit and upload it. So you'll be able to see what it's like for a foreigner to marry a Filipina here in the Philippines, because it's a little different than back home. There's different rituals and different things that are going to happen, and it's a different people. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be exciting, and I'm going to bring you along. Now, if you get a chance, I'd like you to go to the link I listed below, christianfilipina.com, and perhaps begin a search of your own. Men are visual creatures. Go to their website and see what you're going to get into. All right, this has been Hiding in the Philippines. I hope you get a girlfriend, a fiance, and then a wife. Be as good as you can. Ciao.